here at Legion Field. Halftime, again, Daniel Boone is on the field ready. Gate City is warming up in their end zone. 35-0 right now as we get ready for the second half kickoff. It's going to be an uphill climb, but again, 4-minute segments as we talk about. If they can win the next 4 minutes, get a score, get some confidence as they move into this throughout this second half. Again, it doesn't get easier for Gate City. Next week, we welcome those guys from Big Stone Gap. The Union Bears comes to town. Then the week after that, the team that they're playing tonight, the Ridgeview Wolfpack. Again, that game will be homecoming. Again, we're in the midst of a 3-game homestand. And look at on the sidelines right there, DeAndre Mack is warming up, taking some snaps at quarterback. I wonder if we'll see him in the second half.
Might be interesting to see. You know, it's funny you brought that up about the win the next 4 minutes. I was just thinking about that. We had this similar conversation first game of the season.
Yep.
Just come out and win this series. See if you can't make something happen.
Yeah, looks like DeAndre is warming up. I don't know if Sally, if they're going to make a switch or not. But again, it's of course when 35-0, you know, you never hurt, because again you've got 6 more games or 5 more games or 6 more throughout the rest of the season. So quickly take us through the scores as we get into the second half here for our game.
The only main score of note that we've gotten any different, they're starting to get a barn burner down in Morristown. Tennessee High takes the opening kickoff all the way back. They take a 14-13 lead now over the Hurricanes.
You know, we talked about that in the pregame. Thought that Tennessee High was probably the better team, but thought East would give them a better game, and they are right now. Again, a 1 point, and that is a conference game as well. So
right, that could have implications
exactly.
there.
Exactly. So
real quick, I can go over what we've got. Not much else has changed. Sullivan South 7, Sullivan Central nothing. Sullivan East 7, Union County nothing. Elizabethton's up 7-0 on Granger. Crockett and Cobb County tied at 6. Science Hill still up 7-0 the last we heard on Bearden. That's probably changed here lately, but nothing's come across yet. Sullivan North, 7-0 lead over South Green. Greenville up 14-0 on Pisgah. Unaka up 12-6 on Jellicoe. Then we moved to Virginia really quickly. Rye Cove, halftime, 7-0 on Thomas Walker. Lehigh, 14-6 over Eastside. And Union and Ridgeview tied at 7 apiece.
And if you're out there and you're listening and you've got some scores of interest, please let us know. Send them to us via Twitter, through our Facebook page, message. Like I said, we certainly do appreciate everybody out there that is listening to us. We're up over in the 4 figures last week for listeners, and look for that even more as we got a score just came in.
Looks like Science Hill has just scored again. Kind of an upset brewing maybe in Knoxville, 14-0 over Bearden.
Again, an undefeated Bearden team. Again, Science Hill is backs against the wall. They would go 0-2 in conference with a loss, and they don't want to do that. So we'll keep them coming as we get ready for the second half kick. As Rob takes us down the field. As we do some few audibles here in the
His Majesty Rob decided he didn't like the view from where he was.
So we'll be kicking off right here, or we'll be receiving the second half kickoff. Kickoff comes back to the 15-yard line. We get it at the 20-25 and still going up to the 30-31 line.
Return is by DeAndre Mack.
Yeah, I'm getting old. I have to be able to see through
the... Hunter Rice makes the tackle.
Well, it's at least a better... you remember a few weeks ago at Abington where they had the gray and the black colors.
Yes.
Which, at least we got white on our jerseys to be able to see.
I noticed they were wearing those again last night. Mm-hmm. So
it's also about 20 degrees cooler here than it was in Abington, at least in their press box.
Very true.
So as we talked about slightly, as you gentlemen talked about, Mac will be in at quarterback. It didn't look like Sally was hurt, but again, you know, let's see what Mac can do. And not a very good ominous start right there, as the pitch was mishandled right there. It was a bad pitch, and let's see what's going to happen. It's going to be a turnover. Not a very good start at all right there, as Mac had a bad pitch right there on the option, and it was behind the running back, and Daniel Boone was right there to recover. So maybe not the best play to start on the first play.
Well, I would have figured he would have ran it, got his feet a little bit more wet than that and sort of adjusted. But trial by fire, and here we go. Of course, we're also unleashing an offense that's put 35 up on the board in the first half on our own 18-yard line.
Yeah, and still have their starters in. Harold will be at quarterback while Cole will be at running back. So the handoff goes to Cole. Cole right up the middle, goes to the corner, and he goes again untouched.
Charlie Cole, touchdown.
One play, one handoff, one touchdown. Cole into the end zone, which makes the score with only 1.5 minutes to go left, and 1.5 minutes off the board here in the first third quarter. It's 41-0. So again, we had a play, we fumbled. They had a play, they scored a touchdown. So they'll be going for the extra point. Bad snap. It's going to go all the way back to the 30-yard line as they fall on it. Couldn't tell if that was a bad snap or just went through the hands of the.
A little bit of both. Looked like a little bit high, but he should.
Man, that thing came back with some momentum. That snap rolled all the way back to the 35-yard line. He met some business with that. So.
Coming out of the second half, I felt there was a little bit of breathe, a little bit of, angst. They were going to start DeAndre, and that fumble and touchdown right there, you could sort of feel it, sort of like a popped a balloon right there.
Yeah.
The crowd is very quiet right now, and
the crowd is not left. You go to some high school games and some college games, and everyone starts leaving, or especially at halftime. This crowd is still hanging around. This is not just a game. This is an event for everyone to come to. This is part of what their parents came to, and families bring their children, and grandparents are here. So, this is Gate City football, and this is family. So it's a great place to be on a Friday night. The weather's held off, so we just see if we can get a little excitement going by scoring right here as they kick the ball off once again. It's going to be returned again by the up guy, and we're going to get the ball up to almost the 35-yard line. It's going to be number 21, Hicks. Hicks returns that ball. They're not wanting to kick it deep to our more of our speed guys. So again, that's Hicks on the return.
First and 10 Blue Devils at their own 34-yard line.
It's going to be first and 10 at the 34 with about 5 minutes into the third quarter.
Clock is running now, so it's
41-0. Anything over 35, the clock will run. So see how it goes right here as we hand the ball off for stopped as we get little to no gain right there. That was Mack. He was met at the 40-yard line right there and pushed back to about the 38. Big inside lineman right there, number 32 and number 58. Both just came in and sandwiched him right there. 195 and the other gentleman was 270. So
Sally back under center with this series. Again, that was a one play, one drive for DeAndre.
One and done, but Sally doesn't look injured. I think, again, like you said, they were just trying something. And we run the pitch out to the outside right there. That was, ball was pitched over to Luke Reed, and again, Luke Reed is stopped slightly in the backfield again by Logan Rivers.
Talking about the stats, Sally had that one run for 15 yards in the first quarter. Since then, Thomason, he's got 6 carries for 11 yards. Reed has 7 carries for 11 yards, and that's the offense.
Two things, and I mean that's why they're big in the middle on defense and they're fast on the outside right there. As that play right there gets blown up, that's going to be considered a lateral right there. They were trying to set up a screen, but before he could even get rid of the ball right there, Sally was being hit right there. So the lateral is recovered right there by Gate City, but we started the ball on the 35, and by the time it was all said and done, Joe, it's going to be 4th and 21 right there. We lost 11 yards right there on that on those plays. So no penalties, just good, strong defense.
Do you fake
no,
it?
I don't think so. I'll tell you in a minute. No.
Wow, and Daniel Boone went for the block.
Yes, he did. Yes, they did. And the ball's going to bounce. Let's see if they pick it up right there. And it's going to be downed right there by Sally. I'll tell you, Sally is the first one down there every time on punts. Sally's the center on the punts, and he is always the first one down there.
A lot of effort by young men. You know, Vermillion, he's not got the yards tonight as he has, but he's got at least the height. He's got him up there. You know, he's in the mid-30s in terms of average, but you know, he's at least been able to get us so we can at least cover the punts.
And he's had a few bad snaps come his way, and he's also had some pressure, as we just noticed right there. So he's came out of it pretty good. Again, they're looking to throw. Daniel Boone looking to put more points on the board as they pass the ball to the 40. 2 tackles are broke. Another tackle is broke at the 50, and it's down to the 15-yard line. He broke 2 tackles at the 40, broke another tackle at the 25, and got down almost to the 15-yard line, as there's an injured Gate City player at the 40-yard line. But quick pass over there to number 15, and he broke 2 tackles right there at the 40, and then he broke another tackle right there at the 25, Joe, and just finally got knocked out of bounds at the 15-yard line. So just a quick hitch pattern, and again, we do have a Gate City player that's down. Looks like a leg or a knee injury. Can't tell who it is from here.
I think it's Dalton Kaiser again. You know, he came into the game a little bit shaken or a little bit injured, I think in his hip, and yeah, it looks like to be Kaiser down. But quick score update, Mr. Carr. Do we have anything?
We do in Southwest Virginia. Ryko still up by a touchdown on Thomas Walker. Eastside and Lehigh have now tied it up 14 apiece. Ridgeview taking a touchdown lead over Union, up 14-7.
Home field. They might, can the Wolfpack pull it off? We'll see.
Go Wolfpack. But again, it looks like you said, Joe, it's a hip injury or possibly a knee injury, as he's unable to put any pressure on that leg right there. It's his right leg, as they help him over to the bench, and medical staff will be right there. So, again, that was number 59, Dalton Kaiser. Dalton didn't start tonight, but he has got a lot of playing time tonight.
Yeah, you know, he came into it a little bit banged up, and you know, hope the best and hope it's not too serious. As again, here comes Daniel Boone. They're inside the red zone once again. Most of their starters are still back in the ballgame.
Yeah, they do have a new running back in the backfield right now. That's number 14. That's going to be Devon White. He's a sophomore, 200 pounds. As they go right up the middle with it and get maybe 3 yards. They got the ball ended up getting it at the 16-yard lines where they marked it as they get the ball down. So about the 13, so it's going to be second down and 7 with 6 minutes and 15 seconds to go. Again, Daniel Boone leads 41-0 over the Blue Devils. Daniel Boone brought a good crowd too tonight. I mean, the stands are 70 to 80% full over there. So again, still at quarterback right there. I'll take that back. They do have a new quarterback in. That's going to be Caleb Worley. As they take the ball down close to the end zone and
got him on the 1.
Got him on the 1.5 yard line. It looked like he was going to get in right there, but it was stopped just short right there. And again, in at quarterback for Daniel Boone is Caleb Worley. He's a freshman.
Yeah, they
big old fella. But
first and goal at the 1 yard line.
During your timeout, they did go ahead and sub. So it looks like Crockett is, or Boone, is pulling the dogs as they're about to score. Here again, first and goal on the 1.
Yeah. You have new running back in the backfield and new quarterback in the shotgun formation. He's going to take it straight ahead, and I don't think he made it. No markings as of yet. And they're going to mark him short. So
good penetration by Logan Tomlinson. He went in and
which I thought they would do
most of the game. They submarine goes low and take out the legs and create a huge pile, which they did. The quarterback wasn't able to get it as a second down and goal
from the 1.
We're about 55 yards away from the play, but I mean, it looked like they were right on top of it. But they snuffed that. He may have even lost a little bit. So, but again, they're around the 1 yard line. Again, under center is going to be Caleb Worley with number 34 in the backfield. And they're going to take the ball into the end
Number 6,
zone that
Caleb
time.
Worley carries
That's going to be
touchdown.